Welcome to English Odyssey, where stories teach more than just language. Today, we bring you a powerful moral tale about love, loyalty, temptation, and the magic of true devotion. Sit back, relax, and let this story improve your English while inspiring your heart. Paragraph 1. The Humble Beginning. In a peaceful village nestled between gentle hills and whispering forests, there lived a humble shoemaker named Elias. He was known far and wide for his kind heart, skilled hands, and honest trade. Though he earned just enough to get by, he found joy in his craft, mending soles, polishing leather, and chatting warmly with his customers. His wife, Mira, was a gentle soul with a quiet strength. Her eyes sparkled with kindness, and her smile lit up even the gloomiest days. They lived in a modest cottage with a clay oven and a tiny garden where Mira grew herbs and flowers. Despite their poverty, their home radiated warmth and love. Every evening, they would sit together under a single oil lamp, sharing stories and dreams. Paragraph 2. The Neighbor with Eyes of Greed. Next door, in a large stone villa decorated with ivory carvings and bronze lanterns, lived Cassius, a wealthy merchant. He traded in rare spices, imported fabrics, and dazzling gems. He wore silk robes, his fingers glittered with rings, and his boots were always spotless. But for all his wealth, Cassius lacked something Elias had: peace. He was arrogant, bitter, and greedy, always comparing, always wanting more. One day, Cassius saw Mira at the village well. She wore a faded shawl, but her presence was elegant. He muttered, "Such beauty shouldn't be wasted on a poor cobbler." That thought consumed him. Day by day he watched her, burning with desire, planning how to win her over. Paragraph 3. The Seeds of Doubt. Cassius began visiting Elias and Mira's home under the guise of neighborly concern. He brought exotic gifts, perfumed oils, jeweled combs, and silks from distant lands. "You deserve better, Mira," he whispered. "Why settle for cracked walls and worn shoes when you could have golden gardens?" Mira laughed at first, brushing off his advances. But as winter deepened, the cracks in her dress grew wider, and her shoes barely held together. Cassius's words echoed in her thoughts, like wind through empty halls. One night, she looked at Elias and asked softly, "Why don't we ever have anything nice?" "Do you not care?" Elias's heart broke. He had always believed love didn't need diamonds. But to show Mira he cared, he spent all he had on a green velvet dress. When he presented it to her, her eyes glistened with gratitude, but something inside her still ached. Paragraph 4. A Heart. Tested by gold, Cassius returned the next day, smugly smiling. "Nice dress," he sneered, "but what about gold? Or magic? If a man truly loves his wife, he performs miracles." Mira laughed awkwardly, but Cassius's words burrowed into her mind. That night, she asked Elias for jewelry. He confessed he had no more money. "Then, maybe you don't love me," she whispered. Her doubt wounded him deeply. Elias borrowed money from his cousin, worked in muddy fields for days, and returned with a gold necklace and earrings. Mira's joy returned, but Cassius wasn't done. "Pretty gold," he said, "but love isn't proven by jewels. It's proven by the impossible. Come with me. I'll show you what a real man can do." Confused, Mira hesitated. She didn't want to betray Elias, but her heart was now torn in two. Paragraph 5. A Miracle in the Woods. That night, Elias sat alone beneath a tree, his heart heavy. He whispered into the wind, "God, help me. I love my wife. Show me what to do." From the shadows stepped a robed figure, an old sage with eyes like stars. "I heard your prayer. the sage said. Take these 2 staffs. One turns a person into a goat, the other brings them back. Elias stared in disbelief. Why me? He asked. Because love is the most powerful magic, the sage replied. Elias thanked him and rushed home. Mira, he called, come outside. She did, confused. With the first staff, Elias gently tapped her. Poof! A goat stood in her place. She bleated in panic. Then with the second staff, he restored her. She fell to the ground in awe. That was real, she whispered. I doubted you, but you love me beyond measure. Paragraph 6. Justice for a greedy heart. The next morning, Cassius strutted toward their home. Has your husband done magic yet? He asked smugly. Mira smiled. He has. Would you like to see? Before he could respond, she touched him with the first staff. Poof! Cassius became a goat, stumbling and bleeding in disbelief. Mira tied a rope around his neck and led him to Elias's shop. Meet our new helper, she said. For weeks, the goat hauled leather, fetched water, and swept the courtyard. Villagers laughed, unaware of his true identity. Elias and Mira's business flourished. They expanded their home, adopted orphan children, and became the village's most beloved couple, not for their wealth, but for their warmth and humility. Paragraph 7. The return of the man. Years passed. One day, Elias noticed the goat was old, tired and limping. Though Cassius had wronged them, Elias's heart softened. He retrieved the second staff from its hiding place and gently touched the goat. Poof! Cassius stood there, now old and frail. You tried to steal my wife, Elias said calmly. You paid the price. Now leave, and never covet another man's love again. Cassius, broken and humbled, walked away without a word. He was never seen in the village again. Paragraph 8. A love reborn. With peace restored, Elias and Mira rebuilt their life with even greater love. They planted trees in the village square, helped poor families repair their homes, and taught their children that love isn't proven with riches, but with sacrifice, patience, and faith. Every anniversary, Mira wore her green velvet dress, now carefully mended. She would whisper, "This is the dress that proved love is more than gold." Paragraph 9. The legacy of the 2 staffs. Before he died, Elias passed the staffs to his daughter, Amira, with a message. Only use them when love is in danger. Remember, real miracles begin in the heart. The staffs were hidden in a wooden box under their cottage, guarded by stories, until one day, generations later, another soul in despair would find them. Their story became legend in the village, told at weddings, schools, and winter gatherings. Paragraph 10. The moral of the story. And so, the tale of Elias and Mira lives on. A humble shoemaker, a faithful wife, a greedy man turned goat. The story reminds us that love is not tested by gold, but by grace. That the truest power comes not from magic, but from truth, loyalty, and a heart willing to sacrifice. In a world chasing glitter, their quiet love was the real miracle. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the magical story of Elias and Mira. A tale that reminds us all that love, when tested, only grows stronger with faith and sacrifice. If you enjoyed this story and want to learn English through more powerful, moral stories, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to English Odyssey. New stories are posted regularly to enrich your mind and language, one tale at a time. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep believing in the power of stories.